A lot has been made about Trey Lance's performance against the Raiders in the preseason, and Kyle Shanahan went on to KNBR to give a pretty in depth analysis and evaluation of how Trey Lance actually performed in this game, even referencing individual plays and breaking it down based on what he saw and knows to happen. Take a listen to the way Kyle Shanahan broke down Trey Lance's performance right here.
Just in that vein, because I know a lot of it. Sometimes it looked like maybe Trey is holding the ball a little bit too long, but is he seeing? Because you see it when you're watching the film. Is he seeing things clearly? Like, is he seeing? It seems like he holds the ball. I've said that it doesn't look like he drops his back foot and releases the ball a lot. Like he just drops it and then he's hesitant to throw it. Is he not seeing it clearly? Is he? I know you said let it rip, but what do you think he needs for that, or is he doing that during practice?
Well, I think he did that in that game. I think on the first couple drives, the two plays in particular, that he had a chance to let it go and he didn't. And once you hesitate for 1 second and you miss that window, don't throw it late. And that happened to him on two plays early in the game. The first play in the game, we had a busted route by one of our guys, and he was going to the right spot, but two guys were in the same spot because one guy ran the wrong route. And his only choice was to take a sack or throw a pick. So he definitely made the right decision. Yeah. But he did miss two where it was there, and he just hesitated a second. And I think that woke him up a little bit because later in the game, the big pass to Chris Conley on a third down, I think two of them, I believe, two big ones to Chris Conley, and then he hit a big one to Troy Fumagalli, which were zero hesitation. His back foot hit and he ripped it. Mm-hmm. The one to Chris was a 7-step drop that he hitched up and dropped it right over a nickel back, which is one of the better throws that he's made. It was a hell of a play. So, yeah, there was a couple early in the game, but, when you have the pressure of a third pick in the draft and all the eyes on you, when you do have two plays like that and you get sacked, that's what comes with it. But that does happen to a lot of other quarterbacks. That happened to our quarterbacks, not just Trey, but it happened to Nate last year and it happened to Brock in their first games. It's just not quite as big of a deal. Yeah. But what I was happy with Trey later is he did come back, made a few big plays, let us down there for that one score. I wish we would have got that short yardage on 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 because that was right when he was starting to get going, and I think he would have let us for another score if we did. And that was kind of the hardest thing, not putting him out there in the third quarter because I thought he was starting to get comfortable. He was starting to get going, and I almost did it, but we stuck with our plan and had to balance it out so everyone had a fair shot.
As Kyle Shanahan alluded to, it wasn't that bad of a performance. Obviously, there were issues and concerns that happened, and the offense did start out rocky as a whole, but Trey Lance was able to get it going down the stretch and made some good throws. Now, it is a preseason game. We've critiqued it, we've evaluated it, but it's not the end of the world. It's still just a preseason game. So Trey Lance is going to have another opportunity this Saturday against the Denver Broncos to show what he's worked on, correct some things, and go out there and change the narrative. So it does sound like Kyle Shanahan is in support and has Trey Lance's back, but you tell me what you thought about what Kyle Shanahan had to say about Trey Lance's pretty, for lack of a better word, the divisive performance. I don't know. It's got a lot of people talking, and there's a lot of opinions flying about that performance from Trey Lance. So let me know what you think about his performance in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.